U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham recently gave an interview where he's stating that Saudi Arabia and the UAE has to completely fund all of the reconstruction of Gaza, the redevelopment, and they also have to run Gaza. So take a listen to this interview and let's talk about it.
Occupy the Gaza Strip successfully. Occupy the Gaza Strip successfully. It's going to take the Arabs. It's going to take the United Arab Emirates and Saudi Arabia with their capability, their money, to come and build a new Gaza, to teach children not to kill Jews, teach them to embrace tolerance. You know, math courses taught in Gaza are if you had 10 Jews, you kill 4, how many would you have left?
You yourself were pushing the Taylor Force Act.
Yeah, so I think the key is for MBZ, who is a tremendous ally of Israel, to make Gaza more like UAE.
So Qatar, Turkey, Indonesia, we won't see them.
They don't matter nearly as much as UAE and Saudi Arabia. Now, we destroyed Germany and Japan after.
So, I mean, let's just stop right there. Again, he's obsessed with Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Right now, he's a bit more so obsessed with the UAE because the UAE is Zionist through and through. They're obsessed with Israel. Mohammed bin Zayed, staunch pro-Israel ally. I mean, U.S. Senator Lindsey Graham just said it himself. And Lindsey Graham only cares first and foremost about Israel. So they want, especially the Emiratis, to have a massive influence in Gaza. And this is in conversation of the fact that they want to make Gaza basically an AI surveillance state. It's not just the weapons that they've been testing on Palestinians that later get tested on everybody in the world. It's also the AI surveillance state that they're building in Gaza that's going to be used in every other country in the world. And it starts off in Gaza. And once they perfect it in Gaza, that AI surveillance state's going to be everywhere. They're building technology as we speak now for the new Gaza, they call it, because they're going to de-radicalize these people, quote unquote, which means just basically brainwash them. They think that these are the Palestinians, the children, which, by the way, everything he said is a blatant lie. I can show you many videos of how radicalized Israelis are, though, of how the fact that Israelis go to concerts and in the in the screen of the concert, you'll see videos of Gaza's destruction and they celebrate that. So we can talk about that radicalization. But aside from that, the Saudis and the Emiratis and the rich Gulf Arab oil countries, now they have to front for the redevelopment of Gaza. Of course, we kind of knew that this is how things are going to play out. Israelis get to murder as many people as they want. They get to destroy the region. And the rich Arabs are going to go ahead and pay for it all. And they're also going to make sure, the Israelis are also going to make sure that when the rich Arabs pay for it, they also purchase the Israeli surveillance technology that they're then going to place inside of Gaza. And while all of this is happening, Israelis and Israeli propagandists in the United States are going to say that this is for the better of the Palestinians there, and they have to be de-radicalized because the real issue are the Palestinians, and it has nothing to do with the Israelis or the Israeli actions for the past, since Israel's inception, really, in 1948. So let's listen to a little bit more of the last parts of this clip that he wants. He's going to
World War II. Out of the ashes came two democracies that are allies of the United States. Well, it took a long time. It's going to take a long time to change the radicalism that's been passed on generationally in Gaza. The most radicalized people on the planet are in Gaza.
So I mean, you kind of heard it himself. This is kind of what he really believes. Crazy enough. And here, actually, I'm going to go ahead and see if I can find a video because there's so many videos of Israeli children that I want to go ahead and show you so you can really understand how radical the Israeli children are. Let's see, Israeli children. Let me just see if I can find something here. I should have had a video pulled up earlier so I can show you. In Israeli schools, they talk about how, of course, Greater Israel is from the Nile to the Euphrates, and how all the Arabs that are currently living there are occupying their land, and they tell them, this is your land. I mean, here, this is actually a perfect photo. Look at these photos of Israeli settlers using guns, and they look like they're under the age of 5? And they're being trained on how to use weapons. This is kind of the Israeli way. This is what they do. And while they do all of this, they then say that it's actually the Palestinians that are the problem. Israeli kids perform in IDF uniforms, and clearly looking like children, of course, all holding fake weapons here. And they talk about how it's actually the Palestinians that need to be de-radicalized. This is how they have everything that they say about Palestinians is actually what the Israelis are doing, as what we've continuously seen. Now, what's interesting about the UAE is the United Arab Emirates has been working with Israelis from the very beginning. And I mean, right after October 7th, they've been doing intelligence sharing back and forth, especially when it came to the Houthis as well, because the UAE had forces in Yemen. Saudi Arabia successfully pushed their forces out. But there's a lot of intelligence sharing back and forth with the Emiratis and the Israelis. Tons of it. So when it came to Gaza's reconstruction, the Israelis were like, oh, absolutely, let's put the Emiratis there. They're more loyal to Israelis than they are to Palestinians by a landslide. So it's going to be perfect. We're going to have the Arabs in there managing the other Palestinians, and they're going to be putting their AI surveillance technology. All the while this is happening, they're going to have also Saudi Arabia spending billions and billions of dollars reconstructing Gaza and de-radicalizing it, however, whatever that means. And Israelis are going to come out, and Israeli media and Zionist media here in the United States is going to come out after all of this and say at the end of the day, it was actually the Israelis that were victims all along, and never the Palestinians. This is kind of how they operate, and they're going to see if they can get away with it. Now, we'll just have to see if things actually end up going the way that they plan. I'm pretty skeptical about it. I was also telling you guys, and I'll be making more videos about this pretty soon here too, is I'm actually right now in the Mediterranean. I'm going to be hopping around the Mediterranean because last year there were 50 ships that head to Gaza to try to deliver aid. None of them unfortunately made it, but one was only about 5 kilometers out. Well, we're going back again to Gaza, this time with over 100 ships heading to Gaza. We're going to aim for about 150 or 200. And this time, it's not going to be to break the siege and just bring aid, but we're actually having an entire boat full of doctors, an entire boat full of people, of course, with aid, entire boat full of war crime investigators, of journalists, to really go in there and see what's going on. So if the Israelis want to stop us again, they can try, but we're just going to keep going back and back and back. Because somebody has to go in and see what the hell they did in there. Anyways, I'll talk more about that later, just a random tidbit I thought I'd share since we're talking about Gaza anyways. But if you found this video interesting, guys, I'd appreciate it if you click the subscribe button below and also give it a thumbs up as well. Also, I recently started my member-only videos, so I'd appreciate it if you guys join as a member. You just go ahead and click that join icon below, and you get to see member-only videos I do every single day. I'm going to actually be doing one right after this. It's about like $5 a month, and there are different tiers too that you can go ahead and click. Otherwise, I will see you guys later in the next video. Take care and have a great day. And if there's a video also, by the way, that you guys want me to do, feel free to type in the comments if you have any video suggestions or anything, and I'll definitely take a look through those.